This is Drew with thepodcastingstore.com, your one-stop shop for all things podcasting and remote learning.
We're in Fort Collins, Colorado today, which has been called the Napa Valley of Beer. Now, if you've heard that term before, you've doubtlessly heard of the Mayor of Old Town. So this is one of the greatest beer bars in America with over 100 beers available on tap and in bottle. But if you come here just for the beer, you're only getting half the story. Let's go inside where owner Tori Nelson will be cooking up some of the delicious dishes available here for us. We're here today at the Mayor of Old Town with owner Tori Nelson, and he is going to cook for us today. Tori, what are you making?
We are making our curry wurst. It's a curry ketchup, and we're going to make a little bit of that on a bratwurst. We actually use a beer brat from Continental Sausage down in Denver. This one has Tommyknocker Vienna Lager in it, which also is a great pairing with it. If you go out drinking in Germany, instead of burgers or tacos or something like that after the bar, this is pretty much what you're probably going to go get. There's some great currywurst. So we can start with the curry ketchup.
Sure.
In here, we've got some curry powder, salt, pepper, a little smoked paprika, and just a little bit of cayenne. We got to make sure we have a little bit of spice there. Mix that into pretty regular ketchup. Nothing real fancy about that. Although when we buy it, it is called fancy ketchup. So we have some fun with that back in the kitchen sometimes. There we go. You can kind of smell that curry powder starting.
Oh yeah, it's definitely coming off the ketchup.
You guys have smell-o-vision on these, right? So
I wish. I feel sorry for the folks that can't smell this because that's really that's getting pretty amazing in here.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, a little oil. We'll see how hot our pan is here.
Yeah.
They don't usually like it when I cook on the bar because it gets the whole place humming along pretty good.
But it's got great ambiance with all the taps.
Absolutely. Got 100 beers on tap down here, and we have a lot of fun kind of helping people find stuff they like and sometimes helping them find stuff they don't like, and that's okay too.
So 100, but 101 would just be too many.
That's just too many. That's just crazy.
You know, that's unmanageable.
100 is plenty, absolutely. We have a couple of bottles, so if you really want to go beyond 100, we can sure make that happen for you.
Oh yeah, now the sauce is really starting to smell good too.
Absolutely. Continental Sausage does a great job. We've actually done some projects with them when we donate the beer, and they'll make the sausage for us.
Cool.
They do some great stuff. This Tommyknocker one was really a good one. Getting some brown on there. A lot of times we cook the brat whole and then get it going. All right, and then here we have our apple bacon kraut. So we love our bacon down here at the Mayor. So we've got sauerkraut with, we've got some curry seeds in there, some chopped up green apples, and a little bit of bacon. Kind of cut through that vinegar a little bit.
Sure.
The apple bacon part isn't always a traditional piece to the curry wurst, but we like to put our little spin onto things too.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's getting nice and brown now.
Absolutely. I think we're probably about ready to put this. So I did bring up some of our French fries. Those are a little bit harder to do on the bar. And we put a little bit of our house seasoning on there, mostly salt and pepper.
Okay.
A little garlic, a little smoked paprika too. We like that little bit of smoke we got. So as we put this one together, get French fries in there. Get our sauerkraut.
Oh, yeah.
That does smell pretty darn good. And we'll get our beer brat down here. And then we just put some of that curry ketchup.
Oh, yeah. Right on it.
Right on there and let it kind of melt in. A lot of times we'd load that into a squeeze bottle, makes it look a little bit prettier, but still works out all right. So
let's give it a try.
Absolutely. That will be hot. Yeah, watch your tongue.
Oh yeah, the curry on that fancy ketchup is just coming right through and offset nicely with the just that meatiness of the broth. Let's get some of the fries on there too.
Good stuff. We love those beer battered fries.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and crispy. And this goes great with about any beer you'd like. We've got a couple of great lagers that we really like. This one, the Colorado Lager from Odell and Old Aggie from New Belgium are both great ones with this. So.
Yeah, never mind after a night out at the bar. This is for a night at the bar.
Absolutely. I drink to that.
Many thanks to Tori for inviting us in and cooking for us and showing us some of the delicious food that's available here at the Mayor of Old Town. So next time you stop by in Fort Collins, make sure that this is on your list of places to visit. So now we're going to show you how we made that video that you just saw. So we're using a smartphone because you've got one in your pocket, let's be honest, plus a wireless microphone system, and then we need to put it on some kind of a tripod so that it'll stay stable, and then connect the whole thing together. So to record that, we decided to use a smartphone, in my case an iPhone, and so we connect that into a wireless microphone system, the Galaxy Trek GTV. This has a receiver as well as a corded lavalier microphone. So the receiver needs to connect into your smartphone. So for the iPhone, you're going to need an adapter, which is goes from the lightning port to the 3.5 millimeter input. In an Android situation, you would not need this adapter. So you connect it in like that. But the problem that you're going to run into is the receiver has a TRS connection, and this needs to be a TRRS. Fortunately, Galaxy has solved this problem for us with this little cable right here. So you connect the receiver into the cable, and then that cable goes into the adapter. But now we need to set up the tripod. Simple enough. Now to connect the phone to the tripod, or in this case it's a microphone stand, we're going to be using the small rig clamp mount and the Vastar universal phone holder. So we connect that. And we clamp it onto the mic stand. Now I could have left the phone case on this. The phone holder is not going to injure it in any way. I just usually prefer when I'm doing this sort of thing to take it off because it kind of keeps it out of the way. And then we've got that. So then you just turn on your wireless system. Always turn on the receiver first. And then the microphone. So you clip the lavalier mic onto your shirt, and then you're good to record.
So then what you're seeing here is the camera setup that we used to record the video. So I'm standing on the left by camera 1, which is kind of the wide shot, and Jennifer's over by the ladder. We've got camera 2, which is actually the close-up of what we're working on the bar, up on the table so that way we can see above. Now Tori's going over to try to turn off the fan because we thought we were getting some interference from that. As it turns out, we were actually getting interference from the two wireless systems, but I was able to get a lot of of that out in editing in post-production, which you try to avoid as much as possible, but in this case you just go with what you got. So I'm checking the angle right there to make sure that I can get a good close-up of the pan and any bowls and things like that he's working on. And Jennifer's trying to level the wide shot. The issue we had with that was the bar provides a great horizon against the frame, but the screens at the top weren't level in the same way at that angle. So we had to pick one or the other. It was going to be out in one dimension no matter what we did. So I chose to keep the bar level since that was probably what your eye was going to get. Now, Jennifer's raising up the camera angle ever so slightly, just to make sure that the camera's not looking up at us, because that would be a really weird angle. So these are the considerations that we had when we were setting up the camera. It's not just position, but also angle and height, as well as having that additional aerial camera, if you will, for the close-up, so that it provides a really different view of what we're working on and looking at. So that way, when we do the two different shots, they look different enough, and you can really see what's going on the cooking and the process that Tori's using to make the food. If you're facing a unique problem with podcasting or remote learning, we can help. Reach out to us at thepodcastingstore.com and we'll see what solutions we can find for you. And if you like what you hear, do me a favor and tell a friend. Follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and sign up for our e-newsletter, and you'll never miss another podcast or video again. This is Drew with thepodcastingstore.com. Thank you for listening.